What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley Cairo if you guys are new, and if you are a returning subscriber, I am so glad you're back for another video. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button and turn on notifications, and then while you're at it, you guys can follow along on social media to continue our conversation. We've got a great community over there, and I would personally love to have you. You guys are loving my 2018 goal setting video, which makes me so happy, and I don't know why every time I want to be emotional or be sentimental, I get teary-eyed. I'm not sad. Okay, looks like I have spider fangs on my hair. I've got a lot that I want to do and want to share with you guys, and I kind of want it to just be a year of growth for all of us, and I think the best way to do that is to be really transparent. And sorry, I keep getting hair stuck in my lip gloss. I've realized that a lot of my content is, educational, or I do take notes, so it comes across maybe a little scripted, and I really do want you guys to feel like you have a personal connection with me, like we are friends, like we're in a community together. And so that's one of my goals for this year, and I figured I would do a little series that helps you guys not only get to know me, but hopefully can help you get to know yourselves as well. So today we are going to be talking about anxiety and depression. Whew, heavy stuff. If you guys did not know, I've talked about it a few times in other videos. I'll link them down below, but I do have clinically dosed anxiety and depression, so we're just gonna get that on the table. I've gone through a couple different things in my life that have caused the anxiety. Some of it's trauma related, other is just situational. I'm also gonna be doing a video all about my eating disorder and how this all kind of ties in together. So that's why it's going to be a series. But today I'm just going to be talking to you guys about some holistic ways that you can manage your anxiety. Now again, I'm not a doctor. I am a certified holistic health coach. So everything that I'm telling you is a recommendation or just some things that I do to help me manage my stress, help me relax more. And these are things that I try to do on a daily or weekly basis just to be mindful. Also, I want to just let you guys know that anxiety is one of the most common mental health diagnoses in the world, but it's one that gets it's like a taboo topic. People don't want to talk about it, and I want you to know that it is totally okay to talk about it. If you have it, if you think you have it, speak up. Don't let it go underway. You don't have to live with these feelings, and there are things that can help you. I'm going to go over 3 different topics or 3 different areas that help me manage my anxiety. These are different types of tools and tricks for you guys. So the first one is how to self-soothe. And I think one of the first things that you have to do, hold on, I am all sorts of uncomfortable. When you feel a panic attack coming on, you feel that feeling in your chest where it's heavy, or you're going to be anxious, you start to feel scattered. That's usually when we let the anxiety win and we start focusing on the fact that we have anxiety or that we're having anxious thoughts, and we make it worse, and then you're trapped. So now when I feel these anxious thoughts coming on, I know that I'm feeling anxious. I'm like, okay, Haley, this is you being anxious, so we got to switch your mindset around, and this is kind of how I do it. I try to take a bath once a week, and I'll use Epsom salts. And Epsom salts usually you can get lavender scented ones, and lavender is a very soothing and calming scent, which can just help you feel more peaceful and relaxed in general. Lavender is associated with lowering your systolic pressure number, which is what is your top blood pressure number. So when you breathe in lavender, it can help you just feel more at peace, more relaxed, lower the heart rate, and just feel calm. So what you can do if you don't have an oil diffuser, but you can get your hands on either some fresh lavender or maybe just oil in general, boil some water and put some lavender in it and let the steam just hit you, and it's really nice. Now this thing is new to me, but I've seen these on Facebook ads and stuff like that, and they've come up in my Amazon recommendations before. And so I wanted to share with you guys a weighted blanket. This is by Sonazona. Comes in a really great carrying case, which is super helpful. So this weighted blanket does come with a cover. It is the softest blanket I have ever felt. It is so smooth. It has this gorgeous texture. The texture on it is great. It's really great for your sensories. So when you're a baby and you have blankets and stuff, that's a calming thing, having different textures. So this is the cover, and then you get the actual blanket. It's heavy, okay? That is the point. It is a heavy blanket. So Because it's weighted, it's kind of mimicking the feeling of someone holding you or giving you a hug. So what you can just do is if you're feeling like, okay, if you're in a position where you can have a blanket, like I'm not saying if you're at school or at work, and you just want to sit there and maybe do some deep breathing with this blanket on, it's going to help just calm you down, make you feel at ease. So what happens when you start to feel more calm and at peace, you release serotonin and melatonin. Now what that does is it decreases your cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So when that happens, you're going to start to feel better, you're gonna be a little bit more relaxed, and that is the whole point behind this blanket. So it's just, it's one of those things where you just have to try it out. Like, it's just really comforting having a weight on you. So if this is not something you've tried before and you're interested, I'm gonna have links down below to the Amazon store where I got mine. They also use this for people who have insomnia, which I had chronic insomnia. It's a part of my story as well. My brother also has it, and so I'm gonna let him try this out and see if it helps him. But setting this up is super easy as well. This just ties inside the cover loop, and then the blanket is secured super easy. Also, they make these in kid sizes as well, if you were curious about that. The second holistic thing that you guys can manage is your diet and your exercise. It honestly blows my mind how much our gut health and our mental health are associated, or just like our overall physiological like self. It's crazy. So number one, deficiencies can trigger anxiety and depression symptoms. So if you are thinking about getting blood work done to test this out, you want to see if you have any types of deficiencies in magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B12. One thing that I've been very good about is making sure that I take my omega-3 supplements. I just did a video all about my morning routine where I go into my vitamins and my supplements. You guys can check that out if you are interested to see what I do. But the omegas will also help control your cortisol levels. If you don't want to take a pill, you guys can also get it from fatty fish like tuna, canned tuna, salmon, and walnuts. Exercise is a great way to release happy hormones like dopamine and serotonin, which is going to just not only give you the added health benefits, but it's going to just leave your mood a lot better, which is going to help control your anxiety. I know for me, if I don't work out, I am usually a pretty anxious person, and even if I don't work out first thing in the morning, I've had to really train myself and practice these mindful tips to not be anxious until I work out. Also, when you exercise and your body temperature rises, it helps with your mood and your cognitive function. So it's really just getting everything working properly in your body. During the holidays, I tend to get a little bit lackadaisical with my diet, and I start having more white sugars. I've definitely noticed, this is probably the first year actually I've really noticed that sugar does make me feel more anxious, not only because I know I'm derailing from my plan, which makes me anxious, but the actual feeling that I have, I get a little sick, I get a little jittery, and so I really do try to avoid white sugars as frequently as possible. The only time I really will have them is if I'm having a pre or post workout meal and I really need them. For some people also, caffeine can be a really serious trigger. For me, it's not one that I've found affects me that much. And then alcohol is also one that I would try to limit. When we're not eating right and we have poor gut flora, that is a direct reason for why you could be having more anxious and depressive thoughts. So for example, whole grains have magnesium and tryptophan. Those are two things that you hear a lot about for having a good night's sleep. The reason that you have these is because they break down, the amino acid breaks down into serotonin, which is again a hormone that you need to feel really happy and just have a good mood. These things also keep your blood sugar stable. So again, keeping your blood sugar stable is going to help make you less anxious. So as you can see, it is a very big circle here. Also, dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, collards, they have vitamin C and magnesium, which is also going to help lower your cortisol levels. I also recommend if you can get 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight a day, that vitamin D is also really great for mood boosting. The third thing that has really helped me manage my anxiety is figure out what kind of takes my mind off of things. And for me, I've realized that it's exercise. And then oddly enough, baking and cooking. It is the most, for me, it's so distracting because I'm thinking about what I'm doing, I'm enjoying it. I wouldn't say watching TV or anything like that. is a good way to relieve anxiety, only because your mind can wander too much. But I feel like when you're cooking, if you're following a recipe or you know like you've got steps, your brain's focusing on that. Also, journaling is a really great one, or doing anything creative. That's why like those coloring books are so popular. So if you're into journaling, scrapbooking, or planning maybe, but definitely find something that you enjoy to do. I also recommend having some type of mindfulness practice, whether it's saying affirmations in the morning, doing a yoga practice, or meditating. I have apps on my phone for that I set an alarm for, so I'm like forced to do it. So those are the 3 areas that have helped me manage my anxiety the best. Some self-soothing tricks and products, my diet and my fitness routine, and then creating healthy habits to go along with those, so that way I can just manage my anxiety a little bit better. I hope you guys found some things helpful for you. If you guys are in the same boat as me, or if you're like trying to figure all this out, I'd love to get a conversation going in the comments. We can kind of come together and figure out some different tips and tricks for us to manage our anxiety better. Also, seriously, if you guys are interested in this blanket, this thing is so great. I love it. I'm gonna have it linked down below for you guys. Check it out and let me know what you think, or if you have one, I'd love to know what you think about it. So as always, I hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along on social media. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.